Very good evening and welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel. I'm absolutely amazed that there is a podcast tonight, considering that we have Eunice doing her damage outside. Yeah, Storm Eunice. Where the hell do they get these names for the storms? I'm surprised there hasn't been a Storm Douglas yet, but I must be too nice anyway. But we do have another fantastic show lined up for you guys today. Joining me on the panel this evening is Mr. Jack Mack LFC. How are you, Jack?
Not too bad, mate. Thank you very much for having me on.
No, not a problem. And from the 1892 Reds podcast, we have Ricky. How are you, Ricky?
Yeah, not too bad. Thank you for having us on.
That's a pleasure. And we have the lovely Sophie again. How are you, Sophie?
Not too bad, thanks.
Excellent. And newly named the Hearts of Liverpool, we have Jamie Phillips. How are you, Jamie?
Yeah, I'm doing real good. Thank you, Doug.
Absolute pleasure. And the last person, but not least, is Luke from the 1892 Reds podcast as well. How are you, Luke?
I'm all good, Doug. Thank you very much for having us on. I just, as you said about the name Doug, I mean, obviously you've got another 26 letters to hopefully get a Storm's name after Douglas now. It's gone to Eunice. Obviously, F will be next.
I know. I was just thinking that. I was just thinking that. But you know what? It's one of those. It's one of those, isn't it? Good evening, Mike Green. Thank you for tuning in. Evening all on 1892 Reds podcast. Obviously, can't miss them out yet. Go and check their channel out. Jack saying hello, chat. How are we? And Luke has got a trim. Yes, he certainly does.
I'm surprised the wind didn't make it fall off, to be quite honest with you.
Nah, I'm waiting for Storm Chris, to be honest. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely indeed. Right, before we do get on to the topics, if anybody has obviously missed this news, it is that Arsenal against Liverpool has been rescheduled for the 16th of March with a 20:15 p.m. kickoff and is live on Sky Sports. So what that means is that Liverpool will be away to Brighton, home to Arsenal, and then home to the dirty Manx. So 3 games in a week. That will be very, very intriguing indeed. But we will obviously begin with Burnley 0, Liverpool 1. It wasn't the prettiest of games to watch, but Jack, it doesn't care how poor the performance is, all about getting the result. And we managed to get the result at a very, very tricky turf moor.
Because I honestly I think a lot of Premier League teams, only due to the frustrate the hell out of most teams in the Premier League. With football purist or football hater of that style of football, it was a massive win, mate. Obviously, Sean Dyche is obviously in previous seasons he has got a decent result, but I'm just happy to get it out the way. And considering it could have been a very difficult game, like it was, but Fabinho, he's in a mad vein of form. I think there's like 5-6 goals within this calendar month. It's ridiculous, mate, but made to get the 3 points, and obviously coming the end of May, it'd be massive, but just a bloody Burnley, mate.
Yeah, I mean, Ricky, their game plan throughout that game was to play it to Weghorst and try and get something done. So I'm quite glad that we managed to get the win in the end.
I mean, I see a lot of people moaning on social media that the way we were playing, but I don't get what you expect when you play away to Burnley. They play one type of football. It's physical, long ball. The weather conditions were bad. It was all about the 3 points in that game, not how we played, and just to get out of there with a win. And hopefully they do go down because they play shit football, don't they? I mean, they've got to go.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And Sophie, it's no surprise that Fabinho has been named Standard Chartered Player of the Month for January.
Are you surprised?
Nope.
Fabinho seems to have gone pretty much all career for Liverpool without scoring, and then literally in the last 4 games or so, he's like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna kick the ball into the net now just for fun. He seems to be doing it just for the sake of fun now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So easy. And especially considering he's a CDM as well, he's not even somebody who's meant to be an out-and-out striker or scorer, and he's banging in these goals. Like, that was a beautiful little like, what, just like a karate kick type thing into the goal.
Yeah, Jamie, we had to rely on Alisson in that game. Alisson had to make a couple of saves, but to be fair, our high line was kept catching Burnley out. The amount of offsides they had in that game, I think it was almost going to about double figures. It was mental.
Yeah. I mean, the high line is everyone keeps talking about. I mean, people like Danny Murphy on TalkSport saying it doesn't work when it obviously does, you know.
Yeah.
No, we've only conceded 2 goals in our last 6 games. Won 7 games in a row now, I believe. High line does work. We play it for a reason because we have extremely well-class defenders. You know, Van Dijk, quick, world-class. Matip, he's quicker than people think. But, you know, that stride pattern, he only has to take 2 steps, doesn't he? And then, you know, Konate is an absolute beast. You know, so we can play that high line and afford to play that high line, and it works. All Burnley's best chances in that game were all offside. So the defensive line worked. It helps us play the game we want to do in the attacking third. So I don't see no problem with it. I don't get people that keep moaning about it.
Yeah.
Don't get it.
And look, that could be a big victory by the end of the season.
I agree with what Jamie said. I mean, everyone goes on about the high line as well, that it's not working. I mean, Liverpool have lost 2 games since we lost to Real Madrid last season in the Champions League. I mean, something's surely got to be working. But I agree with you on that. I think it could be a huge win. I think what Ricky said as well. I think when you play teams like Burnley, especially away from home, it's not sort of how you play. It's not, you know, sort of like at the end of the day, we've got the 3 points. We've got the result that we need. Our next 2 games, we look at Norwich, we look at Leeds. We just got to win those 2 games. You know, if we drop any points in those games, then it's effectively title race over. So fully agree with you. It is a massive win for us, and hopefully we can take it forward into the next few games. Yeah,
definitely. And yeah, Fabinho, 5 goals in his last 7 games is quite impressive. Anyway, yes, Chris, that is correct. The game against Arsenal is now on the 16th of March with a 8:15 kickoff. I think that's a Wednesday. None of this Thursday night nonsense, which you get. Hello to Liz Golden. And hello to Charlie at One Rovers Vlogs. Thank you for tuning in. And also John Moore, big supporter of 1892 Reds podcast as well. Big supporter over here. And of Jack Mack as well. And Jamie, of course. Burnley conditions are Carlisle conditions, so I'm used to that. Weather conditions, yep. Fabinho, a.k.a. R9. Fabinho's slowly turning into R9. Connor, I hope you're all right, mate. Thank you for letting me know, and I'll obviously see you. I'll see you at 9 o'clock, actually. Hello to Elevator and Escalator Fan 6. Connor enters the chat and everyone leaves, just messing. Fabinho goal machine. Hiya, Connor. A win's a win, says Chris. Yeah. I think some fans just want to be irate. We are in great form and should enjoy it. FFS. Yes. 100%. 100%. Yeah, man of the matches. I mean, it's tough when you don't play very, very well. But Jack, who was your man of the match against Burnley?
It had to be Alisson, mate. I know the lads already spoke about the offside calls and these pundits trying to create agendas where there's no agendas in terms of nitpicking Liverpool's game. And yeah, Alisson made the 1 or 2 free saves in which he did make. Obviously, Burnley did have 5 shots on target, but I don't even know now with the stats. Probably most of them are classed as offsides, but I don't even. The rules change weekly, so. But Alisson for the saves in which that were onside, and a massive game. These games, like we have seen in the last couple of weeks, mates. These are the games in which you buy a world-class goalkeeper, and the way in which he has been coming off his line the last couple of weeks. He's getting used to it. Obviously, we did see that game against Spurs a couple of weeks ago, but I think he's just getting used to that style. And obviously, if it's Matip or Ibou, obviously in Champions League game as well, I think the partnerships in which are playing in front of him, I mean, it's just a matter of time in terms of him getting better in terms of coming off the line, even though he's already good at that. But I think I'm liking the way in which he's a lot more aggressive. A couple of my mates, other rival fans as well, and even they're saying mainly Tom. When we're speaking to him, we all know Tom. He's like, he gives me kittens, and I'm like, that's coming from someone that has Pickford in goal. I'm like, Christ. But good out of. But yeah, amazing, mate. Alisson, man of the match all day long for me.
Ricky?
Yeah, Alisson. I don't think there was a shout for anyone else to get it. I mean, the amount of times he saved us in that game, regardless of them being offside a million times, he's still got to do a job. He's still got to save the chance, because we know how it takes about 4 years to put a flag up for offside.
Oh, God.
But other than that, I thought we was poor defensively in that game. So for Alisson to make all them saves, it must have been a bit concerning for Klopp, regardless of them being offside. That high line didn't work against Burnley, and they weren't the quickest up top with that. Was it Weghorst up front? He seemed to get through a few times past Matt. But yeah, we can't put it past Alisson, the man of the match.
Yeah, definitely. Sophie?
I'm going to go with Alisson. I think, even though a lot, as Ricky just rightly said, a lot of their goals, well, all of their goals, they seem to be caught offsides every single time they made a run. Had that high line not worked, we've seen it not work beforehand. We think we've caught them offside, and then they've actually been onside and the goal's been given. And with the way VAR is very finicky, that could have gone either way a lot of the times. And Alisson, I completely agree with what Ricky just said. He had to do his job, regardless of whether he thought it was offside, onside, left, right, centre, it doesn't matter. He went after every shot on goal like it was the winning goal for everything. He was immense performance. Yeah. You couldn't fault him for it, can you?
No, definitely not. Jamie?
Oh, yeah, Alisson easy. I mean, he's probably the best one-on-one goalkeeper in the world. He's one-on-one goalkeeping. He's so underrated. I never hear anyone talk about it, especially the media and the pundits doing the games and all that. He stays up longer than I ever see any goalkeeper going in one-on-ones, because keepers like to go to the ground really quick. He stays up for so long, and he's such a big presence in that goal. It must put attackers right off. His one-on-one goalkeeping is, it's definitely the best in the world. And of late, he's been exceptional anyway. He's been exceptional of late anyway. Yeah, he was fantastic in that game. There's no doubt. Yeah,
absolutely, definitely. Luke, is it a full house for Alisson?
It has to be, mate. I think, as Jamie said, 1v1s, Alisson is, the best. He's the best all-round goalkeeper in world football. I just remember your tweet that you had earlier, Doug, with that Man City fan about, with Fabinho not playing many games for Brazil and, Ederson not playing many games for Brazil. There's a reason why, because Alisson is currently the best goalkeeper in the world. There's no debate in that. As Ricky and Sophie said, the offside decisions were one thing. No comment as a referee's point of view, but he's just superb. And I'll go back to, there's just quickly wanted to say about, where Tsimikas has come in the side and Robertson's had to perform better. You could probably say that in a similar way with Kelleher. When he's come into the side, he's played well. Yeah. And Alisson's had a couple of times where he's been a bit sort of, I remember West Ham, he wasn't great. There was 1 or 2 games where Alisson had a few issues, but Kelleher's come in, done well, and Alisson stepped up. So yeah, full house for me. Alisson was definitely that best player against Burnley.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see some of you, what you are saying anyway. Hello, Ravi. Big up only. A Liverpool win will do. Yep, definitely. Fabinho should be called F9, Firmino, and Salah R7. Yeah, that's quite funny. Yeah, I got a win as a win. We don't want to show other teams' weaknesses. I think Burnley are gone, to be honest with you. Can't win 5-0 all the time. If you want to start, stick to playing FIFA on beginner level. I think you probably win about 10-0 on beginner level, to be honest. Alisson definitely man of the match. Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree. Yeah, sometimes you've got to win ugly. Yeah, I can't remember the last time we won 1-0. And I actually think it's quite good to win those games 1-0. Doesn't matter if it's 2-0 or 3-0. A 1-0 is just as important. It's a win at the end of the day. My prediction is a double game week. Liverpool 4, Norwich 0. We'll come on to those games, and Liverpool 2, Leeds 1. Winning ugly is better than winning easily, in my opinion. Hi, Nipun. Thank you for tuning in. He says, big up. Win for Liverpool, says Sebastian. Hello, Sebastian. Man of the match is all. I didn't watch the game, but when I watched the highlights, Ali was outrageous. Yeah, Alisson has been fantastic. Oh, that's a smashing Manchester United and Everton, and that's different. We will come on to the Champions League. I will come on to the Champions League because there is one thing I want to get off my belt before we get on to that. So I'll come back to your question, Nippon, so don't worry about that. My 1-year-old niece, Mabel, says hello to you. Hello, Mabel. Thank you for tuning in. Man City fans exist, yeah. Yeah, they do. They do. Alison to Ederson says Napoon. Yep, definitely agree. Sometimes certain teams we play will make us play not the way we want, but we persist and we can win. Yeah. I really hope so, Elevator. I really hope so. Even our old Madam Tussauds Liverpool kit model, Ben Davis, exists more than City fans. Bloody hell. That's quite funny. I don't care what the score is as long as we win. So we will go on to the next one, and I want to come on to this because I've just I had to reply to this tweet. So basically, Inter Milan 0, Liverpool 2 was the result. Someone has tweeted, and it's Kurt0411 FIFA. He says 8th of March can't come soon enough. No way can a team get that lucky again. Anfield was like an open buffet this time. Last year for the likes of Burnley and Brighton. Imagine what Inter are going to do.
Oh, this man's deluded.
Right. First of all, that was last season, right? This season we've beaten Burnley 2-0. We drew with Brighton 2-2. And secondly, Anfield's not like an open buffet this time around. Jack, I've obviously seen you. I think I've seen maybe Jamie, and I think I've maybe seen one of the guys from the 82 Days podcast reply to this tweet. When you talk about delusional, I think that just sums it up.
Yeah, I think I told him to F off on that post. But yeah, no, I don't care to do watch him. He's a FIFA player because I'm a sad I play FIFA. But he's one of them people who like loves to bait people. But yeah, it was a massive result, mate. And I think listening to the majority of rival fans on Twitter and social media, mate, it annoys the hell out of them. And we love it, mate. Just Liverpool winning football games. It triggers the whole bloody football and fan base. Even in Brawl fans as well. So, yeah, long may it continue, mate. And a massive result it was. Obviously, we've been to the San Siro twice this season and absolutely bloody wiped the floor with them. And I don't think we were out of second gear in both of them either. Obviously, when we went with Milan, we had our first team, well, our seventh team in terms of resting a load of players. But a professional performance, which was needed. And at the end of the day, it'd be intriguing. Everyone in terms of next coming rounds, if we can progress, hopefully it's not done, but Anfield is Anfield, and Jürgen did say he doesn't want to rely on Anfield, but the crowd will be absolutely up for it in terms of the second leg, and it was a massive result.
Yeah, I mean, Ricky, apart from obviously Çalhanoğlu hitting the underside of the crossbar in the first 10, 15 minutes, Alisson didn't really have a save to make.
But when the guy put the tweet out, I wanted him to put some examples out, but he clearly was looking for clickbait because we were poor the other night against Inter Milan, but they didn't lay a glove on us. I think they hit the bar once.
Yeah.
I can't remember Alisson making... They didn't have a shot on target.
They didn't have a shot on target. The only shot that they had on target was the offside goal for Dzeko, if you want to count that.
I mean, if that's... To then say that you're going to come to Anfield and absolutely smash us, I mean, on what basis are you basing that? Because we were poor, we ain't going to be playing like we did the other night against Inter Milan. And I can see us absolutely smashing them at Anfield. And then I want to see what tweet he puts out after the game.
Yeah. But by the way, Kurt, if you're watching, I have bookmarked that tweet. So basically, if we absolutely batter you at Anfield, I'll be quote tweeting you. But anyway, enough about him. Sophie, Van Dijk and Konate, how impressive were they both the other night? I thought they were terrific.
They were excellent. Like I did say, didn't I, on the podcast before last week, I had a feeling he was going to play Konate and Virgil in the back. Just for that strength, that dexterity, that ability to read the game. And I've not really been the biggest Konate-Virgil partnership fan, to be honest. I found them too similar at times and they don't mesh. They were impeccable. They read each other like a book. And I put the tweet out about the Virgil's one-on-one with Martinez in the first half, and how he just bullied him down that right channel. And he just the fact that he didn't go in for a tackle, he didn't go in for a lunge, he just stuck by his man to the point that this player stopped his own counter and was like, nah, I'll just kick it off the pitch. Like, I'm just going to stop. He paused and stopped himself, and that's world-class defending, that, isn't it? You don't want your defenders to be lunging in, making straight tackles here, there and everywhere like Harry Maguire panicking. You want someone who's strong and is going to watch and go, right, okay, I'm going to stick with you, I'm going to watch you, and we'll see what happens. And there was also, I don't know what part of the match, I can't remember, but it was where Virgil's one-on-one with someone again, and the run of play, Konate should have ran straight forward to goal to protect goal, but he didn't. He saw the other interplay and he arced his run ever so slightly and cuts the ball out. And there was no communication between Virgil and Konate at that point, but there was like an underlying communication, like they knew where each other was going to be, and that the ability to read the play, for me, was the reason why we were able to stay in it until the second half when Jürgen made his changes at, an hour time in. That first half an hour, that first hour, so 40 minutes or so really, was very Inter, going at our best. Like, there was no midfield at all. It was just end to end, and it could have very easily become an Inter game there. They could have scored and we'd have been out for the count. But I think it's props to our defensive strategies there as well, because the boys were sublime.
Yeah, they were. And I think the one thing for me, which was the pivotal point in that game, Jamie, was the three substitutes of Naby Keita, Luis Diaz, and Jordan Henderson. They changes just changed the game completely.
For me, the person who changed the game for Liverpool was Bobby Firmino. Because what Bobby Firmino did for Liverpool is he holds the ball. He holds the ball up. No matter how good Jota is, Jota's our fox, he's our predator. He's that fox in the box. He's the goal scorer. But he's not great at holding the ball up. Sometimes the ball bounces off him a lot. Same with Salah and Mane sometimes. But what Bobby gives us, he holds the ball up. He drops deep into the midfield. And what happens then, the whole back line in midfield can start to press up the pitch, where we weren't doing that the whole game. And as soon as they started pressing up the pitch, you got Henderson in there who was super aggressive. No one else was like that the whole game. Getting stuck in midfield, not letting them have any time in the ball. And that all them substitutions together it was just fantastic. And it just shows how good the squad is. But I want to say one thing about Virgil van Dijk. Now, people, rival fans will say whatever they want because they're just absolutely jealous. But people, if you want to be a defender, you're a kid. And if kids want to be a defender, go and watch Virgil van Dijk. Watch Harry defend, and Soph's got it bang on. He doesn't engage with the forward because it's not up to him to engage with the forward. It's up to the forward to engage with the centre half. He always stays square on. He's always got a whole vision of the pitch and the attacker in front of him. He slows everything down, and you never see a player take him on. You never see a player take him on. And that is called, you don't have to win the ball to be a proper defender. That's how defending should be. And what he's been doing recently, you can tell his knees better as well, because he's really leaping now for the ball, as we've seen recently in the penalty box, where before I think he weren't too sure if he can jump off that leg. Yeah, he's just sublime, a sublime centre-back. And Konate with him also, I think that's our future. Them two next season, I expect, will be the partnership for Liverpool. Absolutely fantastic.
There was that thing just before we move on from Virgil. I don't know whether anyone else has seen it, but it was like Virgil had done like a training camp or something for young players who want to be centre backs and stuff like that. And they asked him what his biggest tactic was, and he was like, "I'll look at a player's eyes." He said, when you've got a player in front of you who's very tactically minded, doing all these kicks and flicks and chips of the ball, you don't know what's going on. It confuses you. But if you look in their eyes, you take away their power with all this fancy footwork, because you're going, I'm not interested in that. He said, and 9 times out of 10, that psychs them out because you're not interested. But that's why he's the best, isn't it? Because he does. He kind of plays mind games with them, with their own mind games, and he's just. And Jamie's definitely right. Like, his knee his knee was always fine when he came back this season. I think it was more in his head that if I land funny, am I going to do this? And I think it just comes with time, doesn't it? Like the confidence to be like, oh, hang on a minute, my knee's not made of paper. It is going to be all right. And it's nice seeing that Virgil back. Not that the Virgil that came back at the start of the season was poor. He was still better than all the others. But he's just seen that level again, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Another tweet that was actually very, very, which caught my eye was from, I'm going to butcher this, at Queemhe Sports. I don't know if I butchered that. Ibou Konate is rotated in and out of the team, but never makes it look like that's the case. He just slots in seamlessly. What an impressive talent the 22-year-old is. Luke, was that his best game in a Liverpool shirt so far?
100%. It was. I mean, you just look. I mean, what Sophie said earlier. I mean, in the first half, there was that situation where there were 2 versus 2, and there was that little moment where Konate sort of tried to follow the ball, and then just being able just to think, right, where's the next set? Where's the next phase of play? Where's that going to be? And obviously, he steps across, he intercepts the pass. I mean, it's a brilliant interception to defend for us. The tackle we made in the second half, I mean, was just incredible. On the halfway line, and then he got rugby tackled by probably Vidal. I mean, he wound me up the whole game. But I think for me, I think Konate, you can definitely see that you got to give Matip credit. I think he's played alongside Matip as well this season, and he's done well. I think Joel Matip, in my opinion, has probably been one of our best central defenders this season. I think if you look on the base of the first half of the season, the last 5 to 6 games, Ricky, I'm not talking 5 to 6 games, I'm talking 25 games. I think Matip has been pretty good. But at the moment, if you're looking at current form, if you're looking at, what Liverpool need to do going forward, I think Van Dijk and Konate is the partnership moving forward. But yeah, as you said, Doug, it definitely was his best game in the Liverpool shirt. But I just wanted to bring, I mean, that Kurt, I mean, the last time I looked at his combined 11. I mean, how to only have Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, and Salah in his combined 11. To miss out goal machine Fabinho, who scored more goals in your entire team in 2022. I mean, to put Skriniar and Bastoni and Brozovic. Like, I mean, the worst thing is, I mean, I was injured, but Barella's not there. I mean,
I think he's just one of them.
Also, I know I shouldn't be going on social media again, but honestly, this tweet, has anybody seen this Arsenal fan? Liverpool have survived on reputation alone here. Inter have torn them to shreds, but are intimidated by their backline and scared of their forwards. Inzaghi has comfortably out-coached Klopp here, but he has to learn the mental side. Nervous coach equals nervous players.
I'm sorry, but how can you outcoach someone and then say in the same tweet, nervous coach makes nervous players? If you're outcoaching someone, you can't be a nervous coach because I'm pretty...
Is he an Arsenal fan, did you say?
Yeah.
Sums it up. There you go.
How can you be good if you're scared of our defence and attack?
So basically, the only thing we weren't scared of is the midfield because there was no football being played there.
Oh dear.
A good coach is somebody who is able to
didn't you share a video of someone saying, "Oh, Liverpool are like acting like they played like they're beating the biggest clubs like Bayern Munich, PSG." We've beaten Burnley, we've beaten Manchester City.
Yeah, there was this lad where Homie had put a tweet up, and then Jay had replied to his siphon cop, and then this lad had put like. You'd act on reputation alone. What acting like you'd be PSG, Bayern, and City. So I went through and was like, hang on a minute. So I checked the scores. Was like, we beat PSG in the group. We beat them once. We qualified the group stages. We beat City in the semi-finals, and we beat Bayern in the quarterfinals on the same. And I was like, so I just screenshot them all and put them together. I was like, mate, why did you pick 3 teams that we've obviously beaten? Like,
I am going to come to this question. I am going to come to Nippin's question now. How far do you see Liverpool going in the Champions League? I'm going to be honest. I think we're capable of actually going either semis or final. I really do.
We're going to the finals.
We're going to the finals.
There's only I've said this with Connor last night. The two best teams in Europe are Liverpool and Man City. Look over in Europe. Who are actually better in Liverpool and Man City in Europe at the moment? You look at Real Madrid, dead side.
By the way, I can go on all night, but Real Madrid were awful against PSG. Absolutely awful.
PSG. If we play PSG, I think we beat them.
Sounds a bit mad though. But you know that Real Madrid game. I mean, it sounds really crazy to say, even though they were poor. That away goal rule has been scrapped. So did they play for a 0-0? We know Real Madrid are better than that.
Yeah.
So I mean, and another thing is like last season we played Real Madrid, and us the Liverpool fans, myself included, we all felt we're going to beat them. They're not that good. Yes, we may be one of the best sides in Europe, but I'm not taking no one for granted. Can we win it?
No.
Yes.
We should have beat Real Madrid last season.
I think we can win the Champions League this season.
Yeah.
We're absolutely walking the Champions League this season.
Exactly.
We're absolutely walking it. I mean, I'm not even worried about Man City because I think Bayern Munich do a number on Man City.
City won't want to draw against us though. That's the thing. They don't want to draw against us.
No, Pep is scared. Pep is absolutely terrified of us.
The bed.
To be the best in the Champions League, you've got to beat the best. So it's all well and good sitting here going, "Oh, I don't think you want to get City, and I don't want to get them." If they're the best, if they're the team you're sitting there going, "Oh, I'm frightened. I don't really want to play them." They're the team you want to beat.
Yeah.
They're the team you want to take toe to toe in the final. And if Man City are one of the best teams to take out in the Champions League, then fucking bring on a final with them, and we'll wipe the floor with them in a final because we know what European royalty feels like, and they haven't got a taste of it yet. They don't know what it feels like. We've got number 7 to win, and they don't have that. And Pep's interview the other day, where the guy said to him, "What football team can beat you?" And he said Liverpool. When Inter dribbled, Inter were furious. Everyone in our group said when we got that group, everyone went, "Oh, wouldn't want to be in that group," and we won every game in it. Don't roll off.
Man City have got European royalty. They're the first team in Champions League history to win 5 consecutive away games in the knockout stage.
Congratulations,
great achievement.
Right, Trent's already rattled Walker as well.
He's just sitting there with his England cap.
They want the Virgil picture that Virgil posted after the match with the same player of the match. And my centre-back's got that and a gold medal.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, we will get to your comments right now. I'll just scroll back up. Just in general, when we play the current opposition, we can't show all the teams in the league, but going to see it. Kurt, the professional FIFA player, can suck it. FIFA isn't real and doesn't make you a football expert. F off. My games last season was because we didn't have the fans to keep the run going, and now they're back, and Anfield is a fortress again. Kurt is a streamer for a reason. He probably has bad grades. Bless him. He's an attention seeker. Against did he? Delivered an impersonal performance against a tough, hostile place to go. Yeah, absolutely. No, Ox is not injured. There was a wee video or a picture of him actually scrumpled on the ground in the San Siro, but no, he is not injured. Elevator and escalator fan. Napoli, Italian Burnley, Atletico, Spanish Burnley, and Wolfsburg, German Burnley. Jesus Christ. Ibou and VVD are a sexy partnership. That's nice. I find Kurt Bio interesting. The best to ever do it. Maybe, yeah. He's a 7.5. He's a number 4. Watch him defendable. Watch him score. He'll pass the ball. Calm as you like. He's Virgil Van Dijk. Yeah. Finally, if there was a village of morons, Kurt is the mayor. Ibrahima Konate empty in his pockets after the match. Keys, wallet, phone, Lautaro Martinez. Yes, I would agree with that. Craig Hill, thank you for tuning in. Chris is hilarious. Yeah, he is. Klopp substitutes were brilliant, and Klopp we trust. Yeah, I'm no comedian, Craig. Because Jurgen Klopp changed the game and Inter gave up. Konate's best game in a Liverpool shirt. Craig Hill, Chris makes excellent points. Jurgen Klopp subs. I've been hearing all this news that Mbappe may decide to snub Real Madrid and sign for Liverpool. I am not believing a single word anybody says. We are not getting Mbappe. I'm sorry. Like, as much as it's like a fantasy, as much as it's a dream, and you can say you're like, oh, Mbappe 2022, Mbappe 2023. It ain't happening. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. Lol Nipun, lol. Mbappe joining Real Madrid. Let's go over it. Yes. VVD is class, so calm. Lukaku must be crying right now that we beat Inter 2-0 late on. That's funny. Soft knows the chant. He's our centre half. He's our number 4. Yep. Mbappe was always going to go to Real. Probably judging combined 11 by his FIFA career mode. Barella has had a shit season according to Reese. Hi, Reese. Hope you're doing okay, my friend. Hey, Reese. Arsenal fans, yes, they are. Those Arsenal fans are so deluded. Arsenal fans a bit obsessed with us, aren't they? They should focus on their irrelevant club. Ask an Arsenal fan 1 + 1 and they will say invincible season, deluded bunch. Recent Haley Liz, where was Dzeko Martinez? Oh, I know. Where? In Van Dijk and Konate's pockets. Yeah. I mean, if Dzeko had any pace, then he would probably go on and score the one that Van Dijk catches up to him. But to be fair, Dzeko's never had any pace.
That Martinez as well. That Martinez, he's got to be the most overrated forward in European football.
Fully agree.
Everyone chats about him all the time. I remember Liverpool fans last season. We need Martinez as our number 9. I watch it. He's the Primark Suarez. He's terrible. He's got no pace. He can't get in behind. He's awful in front of goal. I don't understand. That's
a bit disrespectful for Primark, mate.
Yeah, probably. But I don't.
I'll get some decent underwear from there. Come on, mate.
I don't understand the height. I really don't get it.
Hello, Yusuf. Thank you for tuning in. Go and subscribe to Yusuf as well. Doing some good stuff over on his channel. If Man City make the final this time, they will not lose it. Yeah,
it'll be against us.
It probably will be. Liverpool winning the UEFA Champions League. Atletico are fucked. 5 new COVID cases. They are in trouble. Oh, that's not good news. Do you know which players, Reese? Or are they keeping quiet about that? Liverpool, Man City only favourites, in my opinion. Liverpool won't win it, to be honest. I think Liverpool will play City in the semi-finals. Liverpool will win, and then we'll face Bayern in the final. Bayern Munich lost to VfL Bochum by 4-2 at the weekend, and they drew 1-1 with RB Salzburg. Now, I would expect them to get past Salzburg, but the fact that they're losing against VfL Bochum, I think they lost to Augsburg as well. They lost to Mönchengladbach as well. They're having a strange season, and they're only 6 points clear.
They're going to get beat by Salzburg and Corny. Like, I watched the highlights, even the highlights alone.
Yeah.
He broke through so many times.
Favourites for the Champions League, PSG, no. Definitely not. Bayern, Chelsea, Liverpool, and City. Well, Chelsea, I can say because of obviously them being holders, but
is it Chelsea?
Nothing though. I'm sorry. Just because you hold the title from the previous season doesn't mean nothing. It's very, very difficult to go back to back in the Champions League. You know, we won it, and then we went in the next season. We got knocked out of it. Like it. Just because you won it before doesn't mean you're going to win it again the next year. And Chelsea are doing very well. They've had a very sharp dip off a cliff, haven't they?
And with Chelsea,
yeah, they have. No way, I'm scared of PS. Sorry,
go on, Dougie. Sure, go.
No way, I'm scared of PSG, who have egos who play for big fat paychecks and have Argentinian bridesmaid as manager. Yeah, he won't be there for much longer. I don't think we shouldn't be scared of anyone. Nope. We won't win it, but we will knock out Atleti.
No, you
Fear
won't.
is a weakness.
No chance of that.
How are you going to knock out the world's most offensive low block team ever? Like, you don't even know what left and right is. Your defenders turn right and have flowing. Your forwards think they're centre backs, and your goalie thinks he's playing chess with next door neighbour. Like, you don't know what they're doing.
Oh,
fear is a weakness, still a weakness, especially in Europe. Everybody's focused on us these days. I'm all right, I got an interview with a football player at 8 p.m. I'm buzzed but nervous. Oh, who might that be, Reese? Well in, mate. Well in, mate. I hope you're good.
Harry Maguire,
yeah. Giving out more information.
I've seen a player called Jamie Lee. He's playing in the Andorran 5th Division. Absolute baller he is. Interesting. I like Lautaro, but he has his drawbacks. Reese, hope your interview goes really well. Cheers, Liz. This is football. Who's Sam? Thank you for tuning in. As much as I love Milner, we can't keep him here till he's 93.
And we'll keep him until he's 94 instead.
Yeah, we have to keep him.
Yeah. Hussam, thank you very much for tuning in. And I will get you on eventually. I do need to get you on eventually. I think Bayern will get 2 of the easiest draws in the quarters and semis. I don't know who they are, mate. I just know it's just 5 players. I want to be Atletico at their best, not a weakened team. But still, they conceded 3 at the weekend. People wrote Salzburg off. I didn't. And Nipun, a Chelsea fan, says we aren't favourites. No, I don't think you are favourites, to be honest. Chelsea won Mickey Mouse tournament. We are European royalty. Only Bayern worry me. No chance of my talking to Maguire. No thanks. No, he doesn't like Maguire. Maguire should be in a Mickey Mouse Liga 1, and Reece agrees with that. Simeone played 6 at the back against us last year in the round of 16. Terrorism football at its finest.
Suarez has done a turn, Maguire. I honestly can't wait for that. Like Maguire against Suarez and Joe Felix. Oh my lord.
Joe Felix, yeah. Simeone is a psycho. Yeah. Definitely. Maguire, Mings, Dyer back 3 at the theatre next year.
You imagine.
But I do like Ben Johnson. Oh, Jesus Christ. Loser pool, Firmino, crybaby. CR7 is the best in the world. Go Devils, Ultra. Okay.
Enjoy your battle for 7th.
And I do not know what that says either. We won't be signing shitty Mings or Dave Door Dyer. No, absolutely not. Ralph Ryan to become United manager permanently. We win it again. I will grow a moustache and shave half of it off. Okay. What's the point in growing a moustache and then shaving it off? That's very interesting. But no doubt for me, the man of the match for me is either one of Van Dijk or Konate. Jack?
Yeah, for me it was Ibou, but you could pick either one, but I go with Ibou.
Ibou. Ricky?
Yeah, Ibou, and he needs to start more games instead of Matt.
Sophie?
Are we doing man of the match? I'd zoned out, wasn't listening again.
Yeah, man of the match.
I thought we were. I thought that's what I heard, and then I was like, shit, hang on, no, Virgil.
Jamie?
Bobby, he changed the whole game.
Bobby.
Wow.
I quite agree with that. Luke?
I'm going to go for Kurt. I think Kurt was amazing. Nah, all seriously, Konate, excellent performance.
Yeah, definitely. Fuck's sake, Nipun, stop trying the Josh Nichols look from Drake and Josh. Feel better now, Ben? You guys only have 1 Club World Cup, ultra small. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, so did I.
You know that Club World Cup? I thought no one cared about it.
Yeah.
It's funny how everyone cares about it when you win it, ain't it?
Yeah, if Liverpool win the Champions League this season after the terrible year we had last year, I'll be running around my neighbourhood screaming 7 times, baby, 7 times. Yeah, absolutely. And Almighty Blues, Ankit. I will be having Ankit at some point next week because obviously we do have Chelsea in the Carabao Cup final. And just to let you guys know, we will be having a special Carabao Cup show. And honestly, the guests that I've got lined up for that show, wow. I've got loads and loads of guests, but I'll definitely be checking that, whoever we get. Anyway, Club World Cup Mickey Mouse Tournament. I am listening.
So, in that comment,
I disagree with that.
Club World Cup Mini Mouse Tournament. To get that trophy, you have to win the Champions League. Then you have to beat the champions of Europa League. Then you have to win another tournament. Like, yeah, it's not like the world's biggest advertised cup, but you only get there by being the best. Like, nobody wants Slater until they like Chelsea fans when we won it. Chelsea fans are like, oh, it's a Mickey Mouse Cup. And then when they won it, they're like, yay! Like, you only care when you've won it. You've never won it. It doesn't count.
Ben, make sure you hydrate. Hangovers can be rough.
I think I was just sorry that I think the only thing you can say about that Club World Cup is only Liverpool, Chelsea, and United fans can really say if it's a big trophy or not.
Yeah.
I mean, Liverpool have clearly shown it is. It's on the major honours wall.
Yeah.
I mean, we know it is. Chelsea know it is. I mean, Arsenal fans want it to be interesting. But
If you've got,
Jews.
that's terrible. If you've got City fans saying that the Community Shield is an actual trophy and counting it in their statistics and their honours, then surely we can count the Club World Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. We won it, and we were absolutely happy about winning it. Absolutely. No, Adam Sandler. Club is champions of football world. Tell that AC Milan and Real Madrid if it's a small tournament, they will not appreciate it. No, definitely not. We definitely know it is major. Yeah, absolutely. So, the news that I think has come as a little bit mixed is it looks like James Milner is going to be getting a new contract. Now, the reason I've written Gary McAllister vibes is because it's best to have an experienced head in the dressing room. So, Jack, what's your reaction to potentially James Milner getting a new contract? Because I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I think 99.9% of Liverpool fans are absolutely buzzing to see James. It'd be a travesty if he went anywhere other than Liverpool. I think long term, in terms of if he wants to get his coaching badges, he needs to keep him at the football club. He's massive for the youngsters. I think when the majority of our players do go on holiday throughout like a period over the last couple of years, he's been the one person that has stayed behind and helped the under-23s, or if Liverpool played a younger team in a cup competition, he's always been the one supporting them. And you need players like him in the dressing room, and that showed over the last couple of years. And obviously you mentioned Gary McAllister, mate. I think obviously Steven Gerrard, when he was a lot younger in his autobiographies, he spoke very highly and how much Gary Mack impacted his career in the latter stages, because he learned so much. Even if James is like with Kay Gordon for like a year or two, Kay Gordon, that experience in which you'll learn go so long in terms of like when he's 20, 25. But it's amazing what Ribena does to you, isn't it? So I think it might.
Yeah.
I think we all need to start thinking.
Well, funnily enough, that Jack says that there'd be a bit of a travesty that if Milner doesn't end his career at Liverpool. Ricky, there is someone around at Villa Park that's actually potentially looking at bringing him to Villa Park. Could we see a return to Villa for Milner?
Hopefully. When it first came out, I was 50-50 on it. I've seen today that it's not the case that he's been offered a new contract, according to that Neil Jones. If we haven't offered him a new contract, it needs to be below 50 grand. It needs to be a player-coach role. It needs to be the player that misses out on the squad totally, not people like Curtis Jones. Although he wins the bleep test every year, every time he comes on, he looks like he's been playing 90 minutes. He gets bypassed when he comes on. But I love James Milner. I think he's probably the best free transfer in history. But if you're giving people a 36-year-old a new contract to stay at the club, it needs to be on the club's terms, below 50 grand, because we can't even sort Mo Salah's contract out, let alone give a 36-year-old a new contract. For me, I don't, unless it's a coaching role for the kids, I don't get what the deal is. There's no need for him to be around the club no more. We're stacked in midfield. I know they're all like prawn crackers, but it's time for Milner to move on or sign a contract at the club's terms.
Yeah. Sophie, what's your thoughts on that? Because when we did our sort of half-season player ratings, we all thought that maybe Milner might be moving on.
Look, I love Milner. I absolutely adore him. I always will adore him. And I think people who write him off now and say, like, there was someone who put up when Milner came on the other day and they're like, what's that old man going to do? And I was like, he's 36. He's not old. But in football, in terms, I understand he's getting the end of his player career. But if you don't understand what he's brought to the table and what he continues to do when you're trying to defend a win, he cuts out counters. He does that really well. However, it's not very often I'd actually agree with Ricky. So I'm quite shocked that twice this podcast I'm agreeing with Ricky. Yeah. Like, I get what Jack was saying. Having him in the dressing room, he's a big impact person. He stays behind, when others go on holiday, and he coaches the lads. And when Jack was saying all that, although I agreed with everything he was saying, I was like, why does he need a player contract for that? Why does he need 150 grand and a player contract taking up a place in the squad to be a mentor? Like, I love Milner, and if they want to give him like another year or two, then all right, okay. But like Ricky said, cut his wage. I don't necessarily think cut them that drastically to 50 grand. Like, I don't think there's a stipulation that it's got to be that much. But I think either keep him on the wages he's on, or drop them a little bit and give him like a dual role. You know, ease him in thing. Like, Milner has been an amazing transfer for us, and he's been an amazing player. And I hate it when people give him stick and start slating him like he's never done anything. Like, everyone was loving it when he was bodying players left, right, and centre 2 seasons ago. He's just lost his legs now. It happens.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that he's dead weight. It doesn't mean that it's all right, ship him out now, you know, send him to the glue factory with the rest of them. It doesn't work that way. Put a bit of respect on Milner's name, but do I think we should offer him another playing contract? No. I think this season has really shown his decline. As Ricky said, he comes on normally around the 80th minute or so, and he does look tired quite quickly into it, which, okay, you're running around with these 20-something teeny bopper kids, like, you are going to, I'd be knackered. I am a teeny bopper, 20-something year old, like, and I'd be knackered. But he's at the end of his playing career for me now, apart from coming on and offering us defensive stability, holding on to a game and leadership. He's great in the dressing room, but we need players who can talk on the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. But the best thing about him coming to Liverpool was leaving Manchester City to win the Champions League, and he managed to do that, and obviously the Premier League as well. Guys, there are 15 plus people actually watching this, so remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you are new. Now let's go through some. Actually, before I do that, Jamie, what's your thoughts on Milner?
I'm going to rock the boat here completely. I'd have James Milner over Curtis Jones. I'd actually get rid of Curtis Jones in the summer and keep James Milner. Right, Curtis Jones needs to play every single week to help his improvement. I'd let him go out on loan for 1 year. Play Premier League football every single week, because he's a talented boy, but he's not quite doing it at this moment in time. For me, Harvey Elliott is far better at him, and he's younger, and Harvey Elliott's taken his place already for me. So when I look at Curtis Jones, I'd rather King James Milner in the club. When James Milner plays, he's played better than Curtis Jones. James Milner is a player. You look at some of the clubs around the league that are struggling, like your Man United, your Arsenals and stuff like that. They got nobody in their squad, their league, to look at, players to look at, to go to, that can help them. You know, they're struggling because of that. Liverpool have got James Milner and Henderson. The two players every Liverpool fan seems to slag off the most are the same two players that, under this Klopp era, has carried the team on their backs.
Completely.
I would give Milner. I'd give Milner another year. For me, wages ain't a problem. I don't get this wages thing. He's not going. If he left Liverpool, he's not going to get the wages he's on at Liverpool right now at another club. He'll go down in wages. I'm not worried too much about that. But for me, Curtis Jones needs to go out on loan. I like if Curtis Jones on loan to Villa, maybe something like that. He will play. He needs to go and play every single week for his development, and because at the moment Harvey Elliott is better than him. And he's younger than him, and he's going to play more. So for me, Curtis Jones staying at Liverpool, not playing enough, he's not going to improve him. And James Milner staying.
Hang on a minute, aren't you kind of defeating the object here? If you're saying keep James Milner, get rid of Curtis Jones because Harvey Elliott took his place because Elliott's better, are you not defeating the whole point? Because you've just said yourself there that James Milner, he's there for the younger players to turn to. But again, I'll take it back to the original point. Does he need a player contract to do that? Yeah. Does he need to be a player contract signed player?
I'd keep him as a footballer.
You're saying that Curtis Jones isn't getting the development he needs. But in your own argument there, you're saying, well, let's ship him off because he's not getting the time he needs to develop. And let's keep Milner. Why don't we put Milner in a coaching role to defend and support the lads?
He will probably be in a coaching role.
Curtis Jones is getting killed by Klopp.
Over a 19-year-old, like.
I was just saying, it's a good point what Ricky said there. Curtis Jones is getting
Curtis
called by
Jones
Klopp.
is getting absolutely because he's trying to turn him into Genie Wijnaldum, and we've moved on from that type of player. Curtis Jones is a player that will drive with the ball, take people on, score goals. He's not a centre midfielder. He's a centre attacking midfielder. Klopp is trying to turn him into someone he's not.
Well, I need to back my scouts, lad. No, I'm not having this. Curtis Jones.
Curtis Jones is unreal. Curtis Jones is unreal.
Yes, but he's not performing. Like a year on loan are doing good.
But
that's because we keep playing Jordan Henderson. Jordan Henderson's been shit since he signed that contract.
In tribute to Mo, Yusuf says...
I'm shite about Jordan Henderson because I will come through this screen and I will talk about because now I'm not being rejected. Jordan Henderson, can we stop? Right, I'm sorry, Doug, but let's just go back to the year we won the league and Hendo got his knee injury. Who sat there on Twitter crying and crying and crying? We need a captain in midfield. We need Hendo. The entire fan base did. Now we've come back and we've got players around us who are fit again. The first thing you're going to jump on, it's like who's looking for the link. The link ain't slightly weak. The link's just a little bit dirty and needs a little bit of polish, a little bit of love. And you're all sat there going, oh, he's shite. He's the captain. Nobody shouldn't be playing.
No one's saying he's shite, but he's in shite form since he signed that contract. He hasn't been in good form.
When you're basing
form, it means get rid of them. Right, all right. You're playing.
No,
shit.
We're not saying get rid of him. We're not saying get rid of him, but he shouldn't be in the starting 11 because of his form.
He's the captain.
Just because he's captain, it doesn't matter. Van Dijk's more of a captain than Jordan Henderson.
I'm not being funny, but if he's performing in training and he's doing what Klopp has asked him and his job role, then he deserves to start. If Klopp turns around one day and Henderson, because Hendo's not playing properly and Hendo's not doing the role, and I think that we can cope without him, then that's fair enough. But you can't just say that he doesn't deserve to start because he does deserve to start.
Sophie, can I ask you a question?
Yes, honey.
If Jordan Henderson is captain of this club, does that automatically mean he has to start?
No, not at all.
Right. So for me,
this comment is right here. Milner is to you what Carrick was to us. Composed, understands his role, and when he's not in the squad, he is a big loss. But when he plays, he is a boost. Proper workhorse player. And big shout out to James Milner for making his 800th career appearance against Inter Milan. Absolutely amazing. So, who knows how many appearances he will clock up before the end of his career. James Milner goes, similar name to who he plays in Versatile. No. Definitely not.
He got run ragged by fucking into the season.
He does. Yeah, I know Weston McKennie is American, but I wouldn't take him. Sorry. Fabinho Milner of City, Nolan until he brought to our squad. If he was still at City would have been in the Champions League every year. Milner is more to LFC than match days. McKennie is okay at best. Ballum, to be honest. Milner always welcome to Carlisle. Bloody need no nonsense in that team at the moment, as Carlisle players are weak as shopping bag. Douglas's face there when Jamie said that, his face dropped. Yeah. You go back and clip it if you want, Reese. Go back and clip it if you want. Reese, understand that USA have a good group of players, young and interesting to see how they do. Jamie entered dangerous territory. This should be a debate. Yeah, they do. I would have a few at United personally, but I just think in terms of central midfield players, there are better options than Weston. Rangers won away to Dortmund. Yeah.
Massive one.
By the way, well done, Rangers. 4-2 away at Borussia Dortmund. And I keep saying that this isn't a surprise to me. Borussia Dortmund are one of the most inconsistent teams I've seen for a long, long time. They are really bad at the moment. Send Jones to us and then we'll send them to Vitesse on loan. Oh, Jesus. How many players have Chelsea got out on loan? That's the thing. Jamie's entitled to his brilliant opinion. Believe in B. Well said, Jamie. James freaking Milner rules. Yes, I know. I was glad we won. Sands came on late. Curtis Jones will hopefully play FA Cup match to Norwich City. Here's a good question. Do you think Jota will play League Cup final?
He's crocked, so no chance.
I think he's done.
Yeah.
I don't think he's even back for the second leg. I don't think he'll be back for that either. Ligament damage could take 2 weeks to 2 months. Like that's how bad it could be.
The reality, but Sophie's point, this is the same for every fan base and certain players. It really does cause issues. Yeah. Popcorn, anyone? Yeah. I agree that LFC Twitter fans are weird. They forgot the Premier League needs 7 English homegrown. Is it no 8? I thought it was 8.
I think it's 8.
Yeah. True race is hard to set aside admission from facts. Player FCs are the big problems, Liz, in my opinion. Always causes unrest, especially on social media. Oh, gosh.
Oh, United's the worst for that, though, recently.
Martial FC, anybody?
Scored last night, didn't he?
They did. Dortmund, one of the most overrated teams ever. Dortmund got ruined, totally not smug, says Reese. I thought Dortmund could potentially be in their prime, but they're so inconsistent. Yeah, as I said, they are very, very inconsistent. Right. We'll move on, shall we? I did think the James Milner one would be a bit of a debate.
I know.
Anyway.
I said I'd rock the boat. I think I sunk it.
Yeah, you definitely sunk my opinion on it.
Yeah. We do have a game. We do have a game tomorrow, and this will be the first meeting, the first of two meetings in the next 2 weeks. We have Norwich City in the Premier League, and we also have them in the FA Cup coming up after the Carabao Cup final, I do believe. So, Jack, Norwich City. They were looking good under Dean Smith, but 4-0 defeat to Manchester City has put them back into the relegation zone. Yeah. Is it too much to say that they'll survive?
Well, I've been looking at the table, haven't we? I think the majority of us, you never know with the Premier League, and you won't get 3 points, fingers crossed, against us, but Dean Smith is a much better manager than the previous manager that he did have. It's never too late, especially if Everton do lose points. Brentford as well, in terms of them, they've kind of got drawn back into the relegation scrap, but it's difficult to see past them not going down. I mean, if they would have hired Dean a bit more earlier on in the season, could be more results that could have went their way, but we need to win every single game to be perfect in terms of winning the league. We all know that. It's in a bit of a bridge too far, but I think in terms of them potentially counter-attacking us, we've just been to Milan. We've seen City, Chelsea come up against this Liverpool side and really struggle in periods. But yeah, it's hopefully. I imagine if we did have Luis Suarez, he did love a cheeky game against Norwich. I think he...
yeah.
But
11 goals and 12 games against Norwich. Quite impressive, that. Absolutely impressive indeed. Ricky, obviously, the aggregate score between Norwich and Liverpool right now is 6-0 to Liverpool. It has to be said, Norwich have not got the best record at Anfield. Is this a free hit for them?
I don't think any game's a free hit now at this point of the season for them. I'll be very surprised if we don't stick 5 past them at the weekend. I mean, they are... Teams like that should be banned from coming up in the Premier League. If you keep going down, you keep coming up, you keep going down, it's boring. Other teams deserve another go at it than the same. Because Norwich come up, let's be honest, Norwich come up, they don't spend no money. They're basically there to get as much money as possible all season, which sets them up for the Championship the season after. Then they come up, do it all over again. I mean, it's boring. So I think they should get punished this week, and then we should put 5 or 6 past them for banter.
Oh wow! Yeah, I mean, Sophie. Obviously, the last 2 games we played against Norwich, they've been pretty comfortable. So you'd probably expect a bit of a comfortable day tomorrow, wouldn't you?
Yeah and no. Yes, in terms of match day, like against Norwich, yeah, I would. But I'm going to be that person that takes into account like the current what's going on outside.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring it up because you get that someone will clip me and be like, "Oh, we always blame the wind." But you know what it's like playing in these conditions. It's never easy, and with our attack and press, it normally goes against us, doesn't it? It slows us down. It literally, quite pun intended, takes the wind out of our sails, and Norwich are going to find that. Like, I don't think we're going to lose to them, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as it would normally. I think it's going to be a little bit more difficult, especially being a 3 o'clock game as well. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, we haven't had 3 o'clock game for ages, actually. We haven't had a 3 o'clock game for ages. So that'll be very, very interesting. Jamie, how are you feeling about this game tomorrow?
Yeah, I was just looking at the weather for tomorrow. The wind's meant to have died right down, but it's going to be raining, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem, hopefully. But yeah, tomorrow it should be a nice, comfortable win. I'm not really bothered about massive score lines, to be fair, right now. Just get the win. I don't want the players to overexert themselves. We've got a load of big games coming up now. Just get a nice professional 2-0 win, get the job done. Treat it as a training.
Are you on Thomas in disguise? He said exactly he said exactly the same thing to me earlier this week.
Oh, he just knows what he's on about. But just don't overexert yourself. As you say, we've got loads of games coming up. We have already lost Jota. So let's just not go too, just get a comfortable game. Like the Leicester game, that was 2-0. It was extremely comfortable. It was like a training game. I think this Norwich game would be quite similar. And then, then you got... But what I will say is, this is the first time we can put pressure on Man City. Because we're actually playing before them for once. In the Tottenham game, will Conte actually lose 4 games in a row? It's... it's an interesting game, that game after us. So this is a chance for us,
mate.
Yeah, I know. You just never know.
I know we're wanting Tottenham to go to City and either draw or win, but the way they played against Wolves last week, they were dire. Or to say that the defending was diabolical. Yeah, I'll get me quote.
But yeah, you just never know, because I didn't expect Southampton to get a point against City either. So you just never know. But
never know.
It's nice to put the pressure on them for once, so they've got to get the result.
You never know.
So comfortable 2-0 victory, save the legs. Yeah, easy.
Yeah, look, obviously, I know, obviously, we don't really watch a lot of Norwich, but they've had a big injury blow, I believe. Is Adam Ida? I think he's out for the season.
Yeah, that's a massive blow for them. I think, considering that, Timu Puki's not really been in the form, that they would expect him to be in. I think he would have been the next person to step into the side to get them the goals that they need. But I think, if you look at Norwich this season, I think the last sort of 5-6 games have, apart from the City game, you would say that could be a free hit in itself, but they've been in not too bad a form. Obviously, we should be comfortable against them tomorrow. I'm just going back to Ricky's point about, the yo-yo club. I heard a few months ago from one of their top advisors that they're happy being a top 26 club, which basically means be in the playoffs, go up, go down. It is kind of in. I know Norwich have to look at themselves at that area of where their development is, as a football club. But to say you're a top 26 club is actually quite embarrassing. And lastly, I just think about, Jack said to me about a couple of weeks ago with Southampton, Man City. I know Tottenham have not been in the greatest bit of form, but no game in the Premier League is easy. I don't expect Spurs are going to roll over lightly against Manchester City. I think they're going to give them a struggles at times during the game. I do think City will win the game, but I don't think it's going to be easy for City. I do think they've got some tough games coming up. This week for Liverpool is very important. I think the next 2 games, Norwich and Leeds, we have to pick up 6 points, close that gap to City as much as we can, because the next few weeks after that, we're going to have, you'd say, that 6-point cushion behind them. And that's where it's really going to get interesting over the next few games. So fingers crossed that Spurs get a result against Man City. But for the game tomorrow, I expect at least 3 goals tomorrow and a comfortable 3 points for us.
Right, this is where we get the choice to choose teams. So I'll start with the goalkeeper. I think Alisson will keep his place in goal. Back 4, Jack. Who do you think's playing in the back 4 tomorrow?
Trent, Matip, Van Dijk, Robbo.
Not Tsimikas.
No. I don't think, obviously, with the cup final around the corner, we just need to be playing consistent. I think, yes, we can rest players, but if Robinson looked fatigued, I think we'd drop him. But It's classic Scottish Robbo. I think he sounds.
Ricky, midfield.
Elliot.
Think carefully, Rick.
Definitely not Jones.
Fabinho.
Henderson plan.
Yeah, Elliot, Fabinho, Thiago.
And forward line, Sophie.
Bobby, Salah, Diaz.
Ooh, interesting. Right. Oh, right. I'm going to leave Sophie out because she doesn't do predictions, as we all know. But I will start first. I think this is going to be a hammering for them. I'm going 5-0. Jack?
7-0. I can. It's like Derek Corner. All right, Sam. Yeah, 7-0.
Do you know what? I just looked at out there because I'm sat there going.
I hope you're in the stadium tomorrow, sofa, and you go, "Oh, fuck it out, Jack was right."
Do you know what? If they get 7-0 tomorrow, I swear I'm gonna be like, "You're a fucking lucky can."
Someone put a fiver on that.
Yeah, it'd be like 1-2. But we should.
You know what?
Ricky?
Landers predictions do often quite pan out. So
I was only 2 off the Inter Milan one. I said 4-1. So
yeah, you did. You did, to be fair. Ricky?
Yeah, 5-0. I think it'll be very easy.
Jamie?
2-0. I think Norwich will frustrate us for about 30 minutes, and then just a 2-0 win.
Luke?
1-0 Norwich. We beat them 3-0 in the 2 games that we played against them, so it's going to be 3-0 again.
3-0 again. Very, very interesting. Balam says, Norwich City are poor. How many goals can LFC score? A clean sheet is needed ideally. Well, I'm saying 5. Haaland needs to leave Dortmund and swap the sauerkrauts for the fish and chips in England. Yeah, I don't think he's going to Chelsea. I don't see him going to Chelsea. Norwich back where they belong. Stripper club keeps saying it. And then Burnley are getting relegated. They don't play football and they play for draws. Question for all of you: who would be your ideal summer transfer window? Bellingham.
Yeah.
James Milner contract extension. Very well.
Bellingham, Salah contract extension.
Jurgen Klopp for me. If he can sign a new deal.
Jurgen Klopp.
I don't want to say. I don't want to say what I'm going to say, and I go furious.
Curtis Jones de Villa.
Oh God!
No, I would take Jacob Ramsey instead of Bellingham.
Oh,
I mean, Jacob Ramsey. Yes.
The reason I say that is because Jacob Ramsey is an extremely talented young player. So, of course, so is Bellingham.
Oh, and Bellingham's like 64, isn't he?
And Jacob Ramsey would be cheaper, obviously. But I've also seen him play in the Premier League.
he won't.
And he's an extremely talented young boy.
I do like him. I think he's a very good young
player.
player.
I think Jacob Ramsey's a very good player, but no, I don't see us getting him, unfortunately. LFC 5, Norwich 0. It's my 28th wedding anniversary. I want a big win to start our day off right. Well, happy anniversary, Liz. That should be very good. Oh my gosh, Nipun is sharing the same as Jack. 7-0 to Liverpool. Liverpool great fan. 4-0 Norwich. Liverpool 4, Norwich 0. Bobby just scored 2 and ended his goal drought. His last Premier League goal, by the way, was a hat trick against Watford. Wow! And I reckon Diaz will score his first Liverpool goal, and Salah will score. Yeah, very interestingly enough, I've actually triple captained Salah, so I'm hoping he will get a goal, a few goals, which would be very, very nice.
Do you reckon Salah starts?
It's double game week as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it'd be
A
rubbing
lot
his
of
hands.
people talking about Salah will be rested because the amount of football he's played lately.
No chance.
No.
I don't see it. Norwich will go down. If you go in a supermarket and see a yo-yo, it's called Norwich. Love to yo-yo between the Championship and the Premier League. The only free hit for Norwich is Delia Smith getting sparked on the side. Nipun, that is my prediction. Get your own. Oh, jeez. Brentford will stay up. Yes, they will stay up. Brentford will be fine. Yo-yo Norwich between Championship Premier League is like being too good for Haas but too bad for Mercedes in F1 terms. Yeah, that's true. If Norwich part of the bus and to be defensive will be difficult. Yeah, but
No.
defensively, Norwich have been shocking all season.
Oh, and that
Behind
Max
these,
Aaron's terrible.
I think we may see Norwich. Yeah, he is. I think we may see Norwich versus Fulham in the Premier League 2023-24 season. I reckon if Fulham go up this season, they will stay up in the Premier League. Don't think so. I'm joking, Nippoon. Liverpool 4, Norwich 0. Easy win. Their defence is more easy to open up than a beer. Revised prediction: Liverpool 8, Norwich 0. Jeez. But oh gosh, Billion Nesta Master. Oh, Billy Gilmore. Look, I'm Scottish. I love Billy Gilmore, but that ain't happening. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Yusuf, I love you. Oh my god.
Hello to Niall, Kate, Evelyn, Douglas, Jack, Ricky, Sophie, Jamie, and Luke. Hope you're all doing well and happy Friday. Happy Friday indeed. Elevator, who will go down if Fulham stay up? Not a clue. Update. As I have Sky Sports, Bundesliga live stream on my phone, Leverkusen are 1-0 up against Mainz. Well, thank you very much for that update. And yeah, I went for a Leverkusen one actually. So thank you for that. Footballs. Whoever predicts 2-1 Liverpool and gets it right, the people who got it wrong have to dye their hair green.
I ain't got nowhere to dye green, so I'll take it.
I've got two predictions. I said 1-0 Norwich.
Yeah.
Just like Thug Dad most likely. Oh. Did he say 2? Oh my gosh. No. Conte went to Tottenham expecting the present he's asked for, but ended up getting feathers instead, as that's what most Tottenham players are, feathers. Norwich are basically not good enough for the Premier League and too good for the Championship, similar to Fulham. Fair enough. Todd Campbell alone away was strange. I thought they would have sold him. Norwich went to Watford away was good. Norwich are close to joining her game too, I heard. Could LFC join this? I have heard about that her game campaign. Norwich, Fulham, West Brom, Watford, and a few other clubs belong in the Special League. Norwich form in the last 5 league games puts them equal 8th. Eh? What?
Who's Norwich?
Yeah, Norwich's form in the last 5 games ain't that bad, is it?
Yeah, it's not too bad. Apart from City defeat, they've not been too bad.
Still at S Club. Trent, Van Dijk, Konate, Robbo. Alisson, Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk, Tsimikas, Fabinho, Keita, Elliott, Salah, Firmino, and Diaz. We should smash them with any lineup. Play my niece and her nursery mates against Norwich. West Brom have Steve Bruce after Big Sam and Alan Pardew. I don't think West Brom will come up. The squad is in bad cough. West Brom are in total implosion in that league ever since he's gone in. Do you think Stortman can still? Nope. That is quite frankly not going to happen. I know they've still got a game in hand, but Bayern can be unpredictable at times anyway. You know what? I'm not having a go at Jack for that prediction because we should be smashing them. Yeah. Dean Smith is a fraud. Dean Smith's a fraud? No, he's not. He's just gone into a very, very hard Norwich job, and unfortunately, it's just a part and parcel. Now Nagelsmann will get that Bayern team back on track. Luke trying to be comedian with that 1-0 Norwich made me laugh, as you can tell. Yeah, Burnley are a team I'd love to see get relegated. Oh yeah, I need Bellingham at United, but we'll be mad to see where he ends up. Diaz's goal to Norwich would be good. Haaland and Mane to leave. Interesting. Will you be following Fulham and Fabio Carvalho in the season? That will be happening, but it's gone pretty quiet on that front. Cheers, Jeff. I was about to go for 8-0, but I don't want to be rude, so I'm going 4-0. Depending on the teams who go up and stay in the Prem, yeah. Why is everyone obsessed with Fulham? Charlie's in. Imagine being a United Chelsea glory hunter that's never been to a game. Do people remember the Fulham managed by Marco Silva? West Bromwich Albion to have a late season meltdown and get relegated to League One. That'd be funny. Brentford were actually in a Champions League position at one point in the season. You can say the same for any fan base in terms of not going to games, Charlie. It does not make them a glory hunter. So we will go on to the next topic, which is actually the Leeds United game, because we do play them on Wednesday. Jack, Leeds United are a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde side. You don't know what you're going to get with them. Are you surprised to see them so low down in the Premier League?
Not really. Bielsa, the man can't set up a bloody a team defensively. He's got no defensive nous in terms of his game, really. I think probably will score. It's went to my Leeds United saying that I went too big against Norwich. Yeah, no, but if a team to score goals is Leeds United, yes, they'll come to Anfield and try and attack us, but Bielsa only knows one way. And I think we've been speaking about Norwich potentially if they do win a couple of games, but Bielsa, if Leeds do go down, I think Bielsa, I know he's just signed a new contract, but I can foresee him going come the end of the season if they do get relegated, because they've got to be very concerned. Yes, they've had a lot of injuries, but even still, you can still learn to put men behind the ball anyway. But for me, mate, it could get messy, and hopefully it does for Liverpool in terms of scoring loads of goals, because they're an absolute bloody shambles.
Yeah, just very, very quickly, because I know Luke and Ricky have to go. Just very, very quickly, Ricky. Bielsa was saying that he actually shot down a reporter earlier and said about his long-term future. Do you think he'll be at Leeds next season?
No, I think they sack him in the summer. Isn't really took them forward in the Premier League. That was it. New team Prem Bants, they had that for a little bit. They've been shocking this season. I know they've been ripped through injuries and stuff like that, but he still ain't adapted to Premier League football. You can't play Brendan Rodgers football, attack everyone for 90 minutes and not expect to concede goals, and that's what they're doing, and they're not that good going forward. So they go down, we get Rafinha for 15, 20 million, I'll take it.
Yeah, and very, very quickly, Luke, how are you feeling about the Leeds game?
I'm confident going into any game at Anfield. I mean, if we're playing Leeds, Burnley, City, don't matter. But yeah, I mean, the brave Leeds United, as everyone wants to, as everyone calls them every week. Oh, they're losing 5-0, but they're so brave. You know what they're doing. You know, it's just it just gives more confidence for us going into that game. As Jack and Ricky said, I expect us to score 3-4 goals. And I do think Leeds can go down this season. Let's not be mistaken. The goals that they're conceding, I think they probably are up there as one of the worst defensive sides in the league, probably alongside Leicester, I think it is. Yeah, I mean, I'm very confident going into this game. But yeah, before we go, Doug, thank you very much for letting me and Rick come on. Absolute pleasure. But
I'll definitely have to come on your channel at some point. I know we've been obviously wanting to sort something out, but no, it's a pleasure to have you both. And yeah, obviously enjoy your preview. I'll obviously try and check that out after obviously we're finished on here. Yeah. But no, thank you very much to the both of you for coming on, and we'll have you on again very soon.
Pleasure. Thanks, guys.
Take it easy. See you later.
See you later. And then there were 4. But no, I mean, Sophie, last year we did win 4-3 against Leeds. I don't really expect. I mean, you have to say last season Leeds had more players available, but from what I've been looking, Phillips is injured. I also think that Bamford's injured as well, so they are definitely lacking something this season.
Yeah, and I think as the lads have just said, when you come up for the Champions League, you have that little bit of oomph behind you, don't you? Like, teams always seem to do really well that first season. I remember us doing podcasts when Leeds came up, and we all had a lot of respect for Leeds and the way they played, and they played really great football. But this year, it's kind of shown that they don't have what it takes to continue in the Premier League. They don't have that stamina that a team should have to play as much high flight football as this. And regardless of how many players they've got injured, even when they've got a fully fit squad, they're not there, are they? They're not.
Yeah.
They're just not. As much as you want them to be, they're not. And I know, obviously, our game got postponed with them, and that, when they were getting spanked 7-0 and all this and that. And
yeah, I
don't think that they've recovered from that. I think that's completely knocked them on an already shaky season, and I just think they're just not Premier League ready, are they?
Yeah, Jamie, they're not the Leeds of last season, are they?
No, I mean, they haven't got the squad, have they? They've got no money. They've not spent anything on players. I mean, I think on the bench already, this season, they've had a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old just to fill the bench. I mean, I think Bielsa gets more credit than he deserves sometimes, because he tactically don't change his Leeds time and lets them get beaten badly, and I don't understand why he gets praised as much as he does. I mean, but this game for me against Leeds, for me, I would go strong against Norwich and make a few changes against Leeds to keep some of them fresh for Sunday, for the cup final Sunday. But with the squad we got, even with the changes, would beat this Leeds side because they're going to be so open. They're going to be so open.
Yeah.
They don't know how to defend in tight areas. And, whoever we play, we could play Origi, Minamino and Ox up front and we'd score goals against Leeds. It's just, they leave themselves so open all the time. And, the owner there ain't really helped Bielsa out, to be fair, with players. I mean...
it's
strange.
Raziani?
Yeah, and he's been doing interviews on Sky lately. What's that about? What's that about?
So were you all surprised to see Leeds not doing any business in the January transfer window? I think they should have done something.
You spent all that money on, is it Dan James? Like, the window was gone. All that money.
It's gone on that.
It's not a case of whether they should have done business or not. If your hands are tied financially, there's not a lot you can do about it. They haven't got a pot to piss in after the poor club. Like,
exactly.
They're barely keeping their head above water, paying, all the player wages and everything like that. And then, as the lads have just said, Dan James signing. Even if they wanted to sign someone, they physically couldn't, unless someone was going to come over and say, you can have this player for 2 chocolate bars and two Kinder Buenos and a milkshake from Mackey's. You'd be like, oh, yeah, sounds.
I love that.
Yeah, they had no chance, did they? They haven't got the funds there.
No. Dan James was a good signing for him, though. It was just too much money.
Yeah, I can't believe
way too much.
He's a good footballer. He suits Leeds. What Leeds want to do is that sort of player they need. He's a good footballer for Leeds, but the money they spent on him, ridiculous.
Yeah.
5 million less than Salah.
Yes, Mohamed Salah is top goal scorer, Ballum. I reckon Dean will pull off a masterclass and finish in the top 4. Okay. I don't know what you're drinking, to be honest. Liverpool 4, Leeds 0. Not an easy win. No, I'm joking. I reckon Norwich 19th. But he also is that kid who sits in class at school and the teacher asks for the meaning of defence and he just sits there stone. Oh, Chris. Leeds will be pressing football. They have a manager who speaks with a translator. Leeds joined her Game 2 campaign. Thoughts, everybody? Leeds with Daniel, James and Rodrigo. Rodrigo's best moment in a Leeds shirt was giving away a penalty last season for Fabinho. So, enough said. Bielsa crouching merchant. Rafinha also. Yeah, Rafinha is their danger man for sure. I don't think Leeds will be easy to beat. The last time we played Leeds at Anfield, we played it 4-0. We only won 4-3. But times have changed. This Leeds side are no great. The Premier League pundits jerk off to Leeds United constantly. They are rubbish. I absolutely despise them. We will beat them this weekend as well. You will beat them also. Yeah. Their shortlist for the summer, Bielsa steps down, includes Jesse Marsh and Ernesto Valverde. I hope Valverde tells him to bugger up. Oh, dear. I'm saying Liverpool 2, Leeds 1. Salah will score, Bamford will equalise, and Bobby to score and win it. Race, I expect them to get an English manager. Not sure who, but somebody whatever league they're in if Marcelo leaves. I'd be surprised if they get an English manager under their current owner. It's mostly South American managers they get or from Italy, etc. Watford will be 20th because they will even appoint Zidane at one point this season and sack him with 1 game remaining. Yeah, I don't think so somehow. Leeds United will only do business if Phillips Bamford left, but they won't leave as they are key players. Leeds have Douglas's favourite defender, Koch. Oh, yeah, Robin Koch. Oh, God, yeah. Dear. I think LFC will want to win against Leeds. The Leeds owners also owns the 49ers. They have no excuse for not spending money. It's a game I enjoyed at Anfield. Anfield. True Italian manager for Leeds as well. Right, Jack. I'm guessing Alisson will start and goal again, but what would be your team to play Leeds on next Wednesday?
Yeah, I wouldn't really change it in terms of the score.
Hey, Brenda.
Teams. Hello. Cat's going bloody mad here. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, no, I wouldn't change much because I think consistency is key. in terms of, yes, we could rest players, but in terms of the final, you'd potentially, I'd go strong for me at the back. I'd go Robinson, no, left back, obviously Trent, and then Ibou possibly playing centre back. I think he possibly might play against Chelsea in the cup. So I'd go with that, and then obviously Alisson in goal. Midfield, Henderson. Against Leeds, you need legs, most importantly. So I'd go Henderson, Naby, and then Milner possibly. I think he'll love a cheap run out. And then Diaz definitely starts. Salah, and then Jota. Not Jota, sorry. Firmino. Go with that, mate.
Yeah, I don't think Jota's getting a start, especially when he's obviously got a crocked ankle, unfortunately. Yeah, Sophie, would you change anything that Jack said, or
just the midfield? I think it's definitely going to be a Matip over Konate, because I think, as you said, Konate's probably going to play the Chelsea Cup game. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be Hendo, Milner, Naby. I'd say it'd be Hendo, Naby, and Fabinho. I think he's still going to want to put Fab in there. Might take him off, like that. But
yeah,
I do think you've got to kind of start Fabinho. Yeah, Naby to run forward and just Hendo, because it's a Hendo game, isn't it, really?
Jamie?
Yeah, obviously Ali, Trent, Matip and Virgil, and I think you might rest Robbo. Simicast is easily good enough to come in. I mean, the reason he can't rest Trent so much is because we haven't really got that backup in that position, unless he plays Joe Gomez. Gomez is going to need time sometime soon this season. I do worry about Joe Gomez.
And even like Origi as well, Jay.
He's going to be in my team.
Yeah.
He's going to be in his team for me. I think, I'll play Simicast. Midfield, I think you've always got to play Fabinho. I think he's one of them players that just has to play no matter what for me. I'd leave Thiago on the bench for Sunday. I'll go with Keita and Hendo. I think it's a Hendo game, like Soph says. I think this game's suited for Hendo's leadership on the pitch. And then I would go Salah, because Salah's going to play no matter what. And I'll go Origi through the middle, a Wednesday night game. Cries out Origi for me, and a clock just screams out Origi for me. I think Origi might get a game, and Diaz off the left, because I think on the Sunday he'll play Bobby as the number 9. So yeah, I think Origi.
It'd be interesting to see, won't it, as well, Chat, where he does come in terms of this season. Obviously, he's not going to play every game, but in terms of Klopp would want, as Jay said, minutes under his belt. I think we all forget about him, don't we? But if he does start a game, he scores.
I've been speaking about Joe Gomez on my channel. I'm really worried about Joe Gomez's future at Liverpool.
Yeah, I am as well.
Because Konate is the one who gets in now. And sometimes Gomez don't even make the bench, even when he's fit.
Nippon, we will come to predictions very shortly. He's going 3-2 to Liverpool. It is Anfield. Both games to Liverpool in this double game week are at Anfield. Alisson, Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk, Simicast, Fabinho, Thiago, Keita, Salah, Firmino, Diaz. I think Gattuso is still available, although one of my favourite Rangers and Milan players. I do not want to see him managing the white called Leeds United. Oh, sorry. I've just seen that. It's another word beginning with S and ends in "ite." Oh dear. Goalkeeper Alisson, defender Trent, Matip, Van Dijk, Robo, mid Hendo, Thiago, Fabinho, Salah, Firmino, Diaz. Player catering staff against Leeds. Oi, oi, the firm. Speaking of which, Mr. Tom May is in the chat. Hello, Tom.
Oh no.
Oh no. Fabinho is a right back originally. Wouldn't be surprised if Klopp sticks him there for you at one point. Nah, I don't see that. I don't see that somehow. Take care. Hope everybody's good and okay with the recent weather and storm. Gomez will be good for Aston Villa to replace that car crash Mings.
I've got a feeling that might happen as well.
Yeah, I think so as well. Right. So, score predictions. I went 5-0 against Norwich. I think we're going to beat Leeds again. I think we're going to beat them. I'm going to go for the same scoreline that we did at Elland Road. I'm going 3-0 Liverpool. Jack?
4-1 Liverpool.
4-1.
Yeah.
Do you want me to come to you? No. She's shaking her head. That's fine. Jamie?
Oh, I'm going to go. I'm going to go 4-0 for this game. I think the Leeds game will be far easier than the Norwich game.
Interesting. Oh, Jesus. Tom.
Or is that when Everton play them?
Oh, no, indeed. 3-2 Norwich. Yeah.
Of course you would, lads.
Yeah, remind me who you've lost to this season. Oh yes, that'll be the Canaries. But just for a wee joke, Everton can't beat the Canaries, but you can't beat a trip to the Canaries at this time of year.
No.
Who was it? Who was Josh King play for? And he slapped them up a couple of months ago.
Watford.
Watford, didn't he? I remember when they rocked up to Goodison and they battered them.
Got hat-tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not 7-0, Jack, no.
I was thinking that before, but like when I was thinking about it, Norwich are a better defensive side than this Leeds side, and that says quite a lot about them. As Jay said, it's going to be an easier game. Well, it should be in terms of attacking wise, but yeah, it's a funny thing, football. But it wouldn't surprise if it was 7-0. But if there's one team to absolutely slap up in this league, it is Leeds. So,
did Man United beat them 6-0 in the opening game?
Yeah, United play the same way against them every single time. Yeah. It's like you just
don't learn.
Yeah.
Banter, says Tom, and then Tony777 goes, Everton are going down.
Yes, Tony.
There's more chance of Arsenal winning the Champions League than Norwich winning at Anfield. Never say never. Never say never. But
Arsenal
no,
bottle the Champions League as well.
Yeah, you what? And Arsenal might get Arsenal don't get relegated. Leeds and Norwich are the same defensively. They would be vulnerable in the kitchen.
Yeah. No, like being in all honesty, Everton are lucky that there's like 3 worse teams worse than them. But I think next season, if like teams come up and play well, I think it's not written in stone really that you're guaranteed a place in the Premier League. And we've seen Leeds go down. I know back in the day when they were very good in terms of.
Oh, Reese has just came in there. 5-1 we spanked them. If it is Leeds you're referring to, yeah. Cannot wait for us not to go down at the end of the season. Wait, what?
Someone and all the Everton fans will be on like public holiday for the whole year.
Well, I was at my dad's on Tuesday and we were laughing about like Everton going down and how like we'd love it to happen. Personally, I can't quite see it happening. Like me and my dad sat there and went through all the fixtures for the bottom clubs, and Everton should just scrape it. But me and my dad are like, if we win, if they go down, we're gonna act like we've just won something, aren't we? Going like a 3-month bend around every pub in Liverpool, and we're not even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna walk in with a Liverpool shirt and just sit down.
What's going to be worse for Everton? Everton are accidentally going to beat Man City in a couple of weeks, and then they'll pass go in front of them in the league. That's
yeah.
Hang on, that's a good point, Tom, and all the Everton fans spot on there. If it meant Liverpool winning the league or Everton getting relegated, but they won, like what would you pick, Tom? 3 points to not get relegated.
Well, Frank, to be fair, Frank Lampard is a legend in Merseyside for basically winning us the league, because he was the man that beat City that actually got us the league.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's turning into Chelsea times too, isn't it?
Chris chooses violence every day, I swear.
Oh yeah.
Question for you all: do you see Steven?
One day, but not in the next 5 to 10
One
years.
day, but not in the next sort of 3 to 4 years.
I don't even think Stevie would be the next manager after Klopp. I think
there's a bit of blinders.
I think Klopp stays. I think Klopp stays, personally.
If he extends another 3 years and stays to 2027, then I think Gerrard taking over after him. If you go to 24, then it's Pep Linders for me. That Gerrard needs 4 years to mature in the Prem.
Totally.
Because we tarnish Klopp's legacy, that would not be good.
Imagine being Klopp's way.
I would imagine. I'd imagine Everton against non-league Boreham Wood. I don't even think they will beat them. That'd be funny. I'm not even joking. I think Everton will lose to Boreham on penalties. Wow. That would be pretty funny. Anyway, guys, before we go, does anyone have any questions for the panel? I mean, the thing that gets me, Jack, is that yes, we could be 6 points behind City before they play Tottenham, but is there any games that you look at and you think City could drop points on?
Get City's thing here.
That's what I'm doing.
I think they got Manchester Derby coming up and Everton, ain't they?
Yeah, it's when we've got like a little tricky. No, like
yeah. On the 6th of March, they've got United. So they'll beat Tottenham. They'll beat Everton. They might. I want to say they'll beat United but it's the derby, isn't it? They're always difficult. Crystal Palace might take a point off them.
Mm-hmm.
Palace are like that. Brighton could potentially do it. Brighton have done it before. Could do it again.
I'd say Wolves, isn't it? It's got to be Wolves.
Yeah. We might draw with them.
I got Crystal Palace again soon as well.
Yeah, I've just said Crystal Palace.
Yeah, that'd be a difficult game.
I was saying that I've only just seen bloody hell, West Ham as well. Top 4, like if they are going for top 4,
there's some tricky games coming up.
They need to win that, and Newcastle to stay alive in the Premier League, and Watford. So even when we play all these relegation teams, even the we'll still need to beat them anyway. So we'll need to beat them all. Yeah, I'm gonna get a message off Tom in a minute.
Yeah,
I think you all get a message off Tom, and he'll be like, "Love
you early, lads."
That'd be quite funny, anyway. Oh, dearie me. We need Jurgen to stay till at least 2027. Do either of you foresee Jurgen Klopp managing Germany in the future? No.
Klopp already said that he doesn't want a Germany job. He said he wasn't intending to manage Liverpool. He was intended to take a sabbatical then. Then he was intended to take a sabbatical, but he extended, and he'll see his career out here, and then he won't want to do it anymore. How old's Klopp now? 56.
Yeah,
54.
He'll go to his late 50s. If he extends, he'll go to 60-ish, give or take. He's not going to want to carry on after that, is he? He's had a successful managerial career.
I've always said it. I don't know where Jurgen manages next, because you look at the type of person that Jurgen is. He's never going to go and manage PSG. There's no way that's going to happen. He's not going to manage Bayern Munich. He won't manage any other English side. So I don't know where he goes next. This could be his last job. This could be his last job.
But think about it this way, right? Just ignore the fact that we're all Liverpool fans here, right? You say it was you. You've had an amazing career. You've gone to a club, built it up from the ground up, basically. You know, you've won every title pretty much there is to win with it. Where would you want to go next?
Exactly.
Where's the next challenge? That isn't one you retire while your legacy is at its height, where you're going to be. And as he said to fucking Coutinho when he left, if you stay here, they'll build a statue in your honour. If you go somewhere else, you'll be just another name in the books and you'll be forgotten about.
He's bang on.
Yeah.
Klopp will be the same. You stay here, he'll get it. If he retires at Liverpool and goes nowhere else, he'll get a statue like King Kenny outside.
Yeah, apparently Robbie Fowler is one of the favourites for the Bradford job, but apparently he's actually replied on Bradford Twitter with the eyes emoji.
It's the thing, isn't it, Sophie, as well? You said there, we don't obviously we love Jurgen, but managing like a club like Liverpool, it takes so much out of you. I think Jurgen Klopp, in the next 5-10 years, he probably already going grey. He's lost his glasses, but I tell you, it's such a stressful job, like managing Liverpool.
Yes. Elevator and Escalator fan, I don't know if this is either dreams or reality. He actually thinks Man City 2, Tottenham 3, and Liverpool win the games in hand, and Man City will drop points to Watford and Burnley. What? Man City never dropped points to Watford.
No.
Ideal. If that happens, that would mean that the rest of the league was a cakewalk for us, wouldn't it? It wouldn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Psychologically, City's head will have rolled down the bloody Europa League.
Let's put it this way: it was a 3-horse race separated by a point. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it was a 2-horse race, and you blinked, and City had 13-point lead. That 13 points now been reduced to 6 in the space of like 2 weeks or so. And City are kind of sat there going, like I was, because I remember when we were on here, and I went, hang on a minute, I was at 13 points. It was like 2-point gap a minute ago. That threw my head. So I think City probably sat there going, oh my God, hang on a minute, we had a 13-point lead and we're bottling it.
So even we bottled it when United were chasing us, reason like that. And like even when we've been in the lead and City took us over a couple of years ago. So
yeah, Reece says the derbies at the Etihad, our record against City is better away from home compared to our home form. We will beat City. Well, if you beat City, that would help us very, very much. Come on, you Reds. Let's teach them Manx what we're made of. Klopp and Tuchel will never get the job. Thinks about Germany. Barcelona.
No.
Not a chance.
You managing Barcelona than Klopp?
Not a
it's
chance.
Politics. There's too much politics.
And Klopp wants to go to a team that he knows he's going to have all the power in, and he can be there for like 5, 7, 8, 9 years.
You could probably give Klopp as much paella as you want, or fajitas, whatever you actually hang on. No, paella Spanish.
That's Mexican.
Sangria.
Dogs are over.
Yeah, he won't go to Barcelona. No, he will certainly not go back to Barcelona.
He just got ripped in the bin there. Yeah, he's not going to Barcelona.
Yeah, go back to Mainz or Dortmund, finish his career. He could get to Madrid. No, he ain't going to Madrid.
He won't do that either.
We won't go back to Dortmund because look at it. Dortmund, it kind of downward spirals, and then he came to Liverpool and he's rebuilt everything. Like, would you take the risk when you're at gold podium? Do you gamble it and go, oh, do I risk this gold medal and go and maybe end up with silver? No, you just take gold.
Yeah. If Xabi doesn't do it good enough, there's more chance of Jurgen Klopp managing Livingston than Jurgen Klopp managing Barcelona. Sorry, I had to get my Scottish team in there.
Much as that's your dream, Tom. I know it's your dream for him to leave.
Probably back to Mike. No. Maybe Barca. Nope. Klopp will want to win a treble with this amazing LFC team he's built. Aye. Hello, Jack, Jamie, and the. Okay, people can't remember your name. It's Sophie, Niall. It's Sophie.
And the female.
You know what? I'm just going to go female and not just head. I really like the female and we can't just hair in the corner.
When Klopp leaves Liverpool, he'd be a legend. There was a post saying Konate is actually better than Upamecano, and I decided to tag Mohamed in it as he was so disappointed we didn't get Upamecano when Bayern signed him.
I remember mocking him about Upamecano.
Terrible.
Son end.
It's terrible.
That was hilarious. Did you see, actually, speaking of Upamecano, did you see that tweet that came up the other day? And it was like, these United fans were saying that the only reason we got Ibou Konate was because Jurgen Klopp asked Ralph Rangnick which was the better player, Upamecano or
Konate. It's true.
Ralph Rangnick was like, oh, Konate.
Yeah.
Pep will lose his hair. Pep's not got any hair.
Unless he's like Martin Skirtle, where he just shaves it and like in reality he's not bald.
And then Martin Skirtle just appears. Martin Skirtle just appears out of nowhere with absolutely like a bunch of hair.
He isn't Turkey. He's got the Turkish hairline on his own.
Yeah, Mark McGee's spoon. Mark McGee has just been appointed Dundee manager, and he's got a 6-match touchline ban.
Is he still going, Mark McGee?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I didn't. He's been absolutely nowhere recently, and just out of thin air that Dundee like, oh, we've got an experienced manager coming in. Who is it? Mark McGee.
Jesus.
Yeah. Reese, have you played City yet? No, that's on the 6th of March. Mark McGee is a dinosaur. Yeah. We play him Old Trafford.
Is he? Or something?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah. Like I said, our recent record Old Trafford versus City is not the best, but it had our record is so much better. Yeah, it is actually. I've just answered this. 6th of March. 6th of March. It's basically after we play West Ham, I think, on the 5th of March. Fowler at Bradford will be very risky. Just look at QO management career. Awful. Yeah. Andrew Quinn is in. Hello. Only job of Klopp would go for after Liverpool would be the German national team. Nope.
I think Andrew just clicked on the video. We've been through
March the 6th. Hansi Flick won't leave the job anytime soon. The female. Upamecano is overrated. Yeah.
You know what? That's what I'm going to call myself when I'm 20, and I'm going to change my nickname on here from the female in like brackets, and it could be like my supervillain name, the female.
I like
Upamecano.
I like Upamecano.
Female.
I like Upamecano, but Konate is better. Like that you did your best to keep a straight face around Mark McGee, John Carver, and Stephen Glass comment and kept the jeez. Yeah. He isn't overrated just for style of play if it's only a few clubs. Andrew Williams is in. All right, my lovelies, he says. I was asking Race. I wonder how many goals City will put in you versus United. No offence. It's a derby. It's a derby. You never know. You never know. Don't worry. The next podcast, I'll say evening all and the female.
And Maguire's getting dropped. Maguire's getting dropped out of the team now, isn't he? So
is he?
Is he?
Apparently that's what's going on. Yeah, apparently that's what's going on. Apparently he's the.
Think he could be the leak?
That's apparently what they're saying.
He
leaked something. That's for sure.
There was someone put up that Ronaldo and Maguire were getting into arguments over the captain, and then Harry Maguire actually quoted it himself, and he did what Boris Johnson does. He answered without answering.
Yeah.
And he kind of stumbled around it, and then was like, "We'll just focus on the next game." It's like, so you basically your captaincy's at risk there now, and you've just basically confirmed it.
Yeah. Ronaldo will have the captain's armband on. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I mean he's more of a leader, isn't he? He's more of a leader than Harry Fridge Maguire.
Was Maguire ever given that captaincy, please? Because he signed from Leicester, and it was like he signed from Leicester for 80 million, and then was already immediately like.
That's the comment of the night so far. He is the leak of speed.
That's quicker than Harry Maguire.
Gosh.
He's the only defender I've ever seen that presses the ball with his back against it.
Yeah, if there's any team that can bring Manchester City's winning run to an end, it's Manchester United.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It probably is, to be fair.
It probably is.
In a weird way.
They've got to get top four, like as you're saying.
That'd be a tighter game, I think people might think.
It's a bit of a what did Klopp call it, or somebody used to call it, rat race top four, or was that Mourinho?
Yeah.
I was joking because I can get my reaction to the 5-0 win over United out of my head. I didn't even record it either. Yeah. Harry Maguire and then 5 clown faces. Yeah.
That's too short.
Too short. He scored against them at Old Trafford.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, it's been another fantastic show. Here we go. Last comment of the night. Suarez will bite Maguire's fridge head. I don't think
Maguire's going to
Suarez will get booed probably a lot when he comes to Old Trafford. Anyway, but no, guys, it's been another fantastic show. Again, big thank you to all my panel. Jack, Mack, LFC, thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much for having me on, mate. Pleasure as always, and great to speak to everyone on the panel as well. Have a good weekend, everyone. Hopefully the Reds get all 3 points in every single game.
Absolutely. Sophie, lovely to have you back on as well.
Yeah, pleasure as always. Always a pleasure, never a chore.
And Jamie, thank you very much as well. Just tell us a little bit about Hearts of Liverpool, because I know that you're now you're affiliated with them, aren't you?
Yeah, so I'm affiliated with Hearts of Liverpool, which is a brand new website. It's going to be similar to sort of how Red Men TV are, and there's a lot going forward in the future. Me and Steve, Statman Stubbs, we'll be doing watch-alongs with the Hearts of Liverpool going forward. So there's a lot of good stuff coming out. The website goes live soon. They're also going to bring an app out. They're going to have their own YouTube channel that I'm going to be responsible for. It's exciting times. Merchandise a lot.
Excellent indeed. And also a big thank you to Ricky and Luke. Ricky and Luke for coming on from the 1892 Reds podcast as well. We'll just go through the last couple of comments as well. Maguire's never captain of the club prior to United. The armband should have went to De Gea, but was not given to him because he spoke out on performances which were not good enough. Bye, my lovelies, says Andrew Williams. Thank you for tuning in, Andrew. Very final question from Nippon. Question for you. Do you see Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones as future England internationals? Harvey Elliott, yes. Curtis Jones, not too sure.
Yeah.
I'll say yes on both.
Right. Corners just messaged me. Sorry to do this. What was it? Sorry to do this. I've had to push the stream back by half an hour, so it's all good for tonight's show. Sorry for the mess around. Oh, that's all right. He's got his own life to take care of as well. Good show, Douglas, Jack, Jamie, and I think the name is the female. Only kidding. Good one as well. Soph. I wonder why the Liverpool fans booed Luis Suarez on his return to Anfield. Yeah, because he celebrated for Barcelona.
It was a mixed bag, wasn't it? Yeah.
Because he's a prick.
Hello, Statman Stubbs. Thank you for tuning in as well. Good show. Big up Douglas, Sophie, Jack, and Jamie. The last comment. Reese thinks Statman Stubbs, Stephen, looks like Kirk from Corrie. And I'm trying...
I've got that in my head now.
I don't watch Corrie, so...
But he speaks far better than Kirk on Corrie. So far better.
Yeah.
No, that's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh.
And Chris Welsh says, take care all. Yeah, absolutely. Basically, thank you very much for watching another podcast. Also, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. We will be back. Hang on. Last question from me. Are you looking forward to our Legends game?
Yeah, 21st of May, ain't it? Man United.
Yeah, I believe
Legends
so.
Game. Yeah.
Oh, I tell you, if my wedding went 2 weeks after that, I'd be going.
I want to get kicked by Cantona. Yeah, tell him to fuck off.
Kicked by Cantona.
Giving him abuse. Giving Cantona abuse in the Legends Game.
Yeah, you see me on the front row.
Oh no. Take care, cheeky Reese. Ravi says I look like Tim Sherwood. I'd rather not look like him with nonsense he talks. Yeah, absolutely. Like, share, and subscribe. Do what you can to support the channel. We are on the road to 1.7k. Kind of hit a wee buffer at the moment, but I'm pretty sure we will get there eventually. Next week, we do have a Carabao Cup final special show. So that'll be focusing on past meetings between Liverpool and Chelsea in finals. Liverpool's results against Chelsea and Liverpool's Wembley results, and we'll have an all-star panel as well. I'm very, very excited for that show anyway. But guys, oh no, I don't want to. Oh gosh, Reese has just sent me a photo. Oh. Right. This is the last thing I'm going to do. Okay, I'm sorry, Statman, but Reese is just. Reese is. I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can actually share this. I'll see if I can actually share this. Give me a minute. Oh dear. Let me just see if I can actually get it up.
Yeah, I think on the Legend games, I think I'm going the Barca one. That got delayed like 2 years. I think I'm meant to be on to that
I
one,
believe Louis Garcia might be playing in that one.
Yeah.
Both sides, I think he's doing both.
Open Ronaldinho goals. Ronaldinho. Yeah.
Ronaldinho.
He just looks gangster now, don't he? You see, he just looks complete gangster.
He's probably in jail still, isn't he? I know he did get arrested. Man will be locked up in Walton jail, mate.
Right, give me a minute. Right, add overlay. Yeah.
I'm so going to hell, says Reese. I think he might be.
Right.
Oh dear.
So I'm very sorry to do this, but yeah, this is what Reese thinks that Statman Stubbs looks like.
Oh, that's so harsh. That's so harsh. Steve's a better looking fella than Kirk. There you go. I'll back Steve up.
Sorry, Steve.
Oh,
Sorry.
poor Steve. That's harsh, man. Reese, you are going to hell. You are definitely going to hell, Reese.
Reese is not long. He looks like Kirk. I am so going to hell. Luis Garcia looks like he's still play football. Yeah. Thank you, Chris. Don't you start, Chris.
Cut out my lookalike.
We'll just leave. Oh dear, Racy a legend. Yeah, we'll just leave it on that, shall we? Thank you very much for watching. And from this person here,
this is bullying.
Kirk says, "Good night."